Okay, so we got this triangle. We got this angle that's 30 degrees, and we know this angle is 90 degrees, and we're given this weird ass stat. We're saying cosine of 60 degrees is equal to 0.5, and we're trying to figure out what sine of 30 degrees is, which is this angle. Now, let's first solve for this angle, and we know that this angle is equal to 90 degrees minus theta because triangles, their angles have to add up to 180 degrees. This 90 degrees is being taken up by this angle right here. 180 minus 90 is 90 degrees. So we have 90 degrees left. So this angle is 90 degrees minus theta, or I'm going to say this angle. I said theta is this angle. So this angle is equal to 90 degrees minus 30 degrees, which is equal to 60 degrees. Okay. Now, we know that cosine is 60 degrees. So do you know that the cosine of this angle is 0.5? We know the cosine of 60 degrees is 0.5, and this angle is 60 degrees. So this cosine of this angle right here is 0.5. Now cosine is equal to adjacent. Cosine of an angle is equal to adjacent, which is this angle, B. B is adjacent to this one over hypotenuse. So it would be equal to B over C. Now, sine of 30 degrees, sine of an angle is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now, what would be the sine of this angle? Would be the opposite, B over hypotenuse, C. So the sine of this 30 degrees is going to be equal to B over C. Well, this cosine is equal to this B over C. Is equal to this B over C. So that means this sine of 30 also has to be equal to this B over C, which is this cosine of 60, which is 0.5. So the sine of 30 degrees of this angle right here is equal to 0.5. Well, basically, what I'm just trying to show you is that the sine of an angle is equal to the cosine of its complementary angle, its opposite angle right there, of the complementary angle. And the cosine of this angle right here is equal to the sine of this complementary angle, and vice versa with the cosine of this one is equal to the sine of this one, and the sine of this one is equal to the cosine of that one. So yeah, stay in school.